On the list today that we're talking about is this brand new series. If you missed some of it this morning, it's called Our Town. How about it?
I think it's a great idea.
You enjoying it?
Sure. You know what? It is. I
Different.
do like it. It's it's one of the things. If you're new to Houston, I always say this: if you're new to Houston, hello, welcome.
Welcome.
We're glad you're here. But the cool thing I think about this, and I always tell people that have never been here or say, "What's Houston like?" And they're like, "Is it big?" I'm like, "It's huge."
Yeah.
But the cool thing is that we have so many different communities, and each one has its own little personality as well. So I thought it would be an opportunity for us to kind of highlight some of the different communities. 10 exactly is what we're going to be doing here with this series, and not only just the communities themselves, but more importantly, the people that make them unique, which is really important. So we're talking about culture, food from more than 100 different regions of the world on full display, and we are very excited to bring them to you. And this morning, we kicked it off with a great one, a very nice place called Alief, Westwood.
Yeah, Zach Lashway is back live with us this morning. So Zach this morning, if you weren't watching, was in a bakery, and but he's moved on because it is crawfish season.
Hey now.
We got some bigger critters behind you.
Got some. That fella looks like he does not want to be in there.
I know. I kind of want to
eat him.
Bring him back to the colder waters. Check this guy out. He's massive. But yes, so this morning we are talking about crawfish season. As we know, it's officially underway, but the supply this year, guys, it's not what it's been compared to previous seasons. So this morning, KPRC2 reporter Gage Goulding is taking us on a field trip to show us why the supply for crawfish is a little different this year.
More than 3 hours east of Houston, where there's more acres of farmland than people, is where we find those delectable mud bugs.
And you're just looking for a little baby.
They're looking for babies.
Here, on the thousands of acres of southern Louisiana rice farms, is a critter Houstonians crave now more than ever.
Everything I buy goes to Houston, which is well over 2 million pounds a year.
Meet Jeff Broussard. He's been fishing crawfish from this land for well over a quarter century.
33 years.
33 years.
Yeah.
What makes you want to keep doing this every year?
It's part of me. It's all I know.
Coming off a record-breaking season last year, a long summer drought dried up these rice fields, killing nearly every mud bug burrowed beneath the ground.
So there's roughly 260,000 acres of crawfish. In southwest Louisiana, there's 80,000 gone this year.
This leaves farmers about 2 or 3 months behind schedule. Meanwhile, distributors like second-generation crawfish seller Andrew Lee are begging for every mud bug pulled from these rice fields. That means paying top dollar.
Retailed out price to restaurants right now around $10 and $10 a pound.
Last year, he was selling crawfish for $4 a pound. This year, it's $10. Before it gets to your table at a restaurant, that price could reach well upwards of $16.
25 years ago, if you'd have asked me, could we sell crawfish for this price, I would have bet my house and my truck we could.
Now, Jeff's barely fishing enough crawfish to fill the back of his truck.
And I'm going to show y'all like what's going on in the field.
Now, when we talk about fishing for crawfish, this isn't an elegant yacht with wine and crackers. Rather, more like a combination of a skiff and a tractor, pushing its way through the flooded fields. And we're going along for the ride.
Hold on to one of these rails.
The one-man band Fishing Man guiding this contraption, already pulling in some of today's catch.
So he's literally fishing and bagging them all at the same time.
And I mean, size-wise, are these good ones or?
Size-wise, right now, this is gold.
Really?
Yeah, everybody would fight over these right now.
Our lovely captain putting me in the hot seat just to see how tough this job is with a little reward, rebate.
You know what I feel like we're doing? I feel like I'm on dirty jobs.
Pulling pot after pot.
One little guy.
But not finding much at all.
Typically when they pull these pots up, they want them to be half full. Today, just 3 of these guys, which is why we're not seeing as many in Southeast Texas.
And so a lot of people are asking, why are the crawfish prices so high? It's because of this, right? Like, you're usually producing 10 to 20 sacks, and you're only producing 3 bags. It's brutal.
After all of the fields are fished, the rather light catch heads to be weighed, tagged, and cooled before a truck hauls them to Houston the next day. But as of late, those catches are costing Jeff and Andrew money because the volume simply just isn't there. And if something doesn't change soon, both could be in a tough spot.
Could this put you out of business?
Oh, for sure. It can make you or break you, you know what I mean? If you don't have any crawfish and your business is 70%, yeah, it's gonna hurt.
But 2-3 years of this, that could be a nail in the coffin.
2 or 3 years like this right here, this industry will be dead. So every year is different, and it's a challenge, and that's what keeps me going. I'm gonna do this till I die. I'll never retire.
And we want to thank reporter Gage Goulding and photojournalist Vladimir Moquette for that report. This morning we are live at Lafitte's Seafood. With us is owner Andrew Lee. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us this morning to talk about crawfish. As we know, crawfish season is underway. It's a favorite among Houstonians.
Yep, no problem.
Supply here this year is a little different, though.
Yeah, supply this year it's a little shorter than previous years. Well, not a lot. It's a lot shorter than previous years.
What influences that?
Mother Nature, the drought that we had back in September, October, just dried out the fields completely.
I understand keeping crawfish alive can be a task. Why is it harder when there is a limited supply?
Keeping crawfish alive isn't a task due to the fact that there's a low supply. It's more so the molting period that they go through. Molting period is kind of like a growing period for them, where the weather influx of warm weather to cold weather to warm weather. When the water gets too warm, the crawfish tends to shed their shells, especially in this early season. And when we get a cold front that blows in, it kind of pushes them out of that mold. And they'll start running again, they'll eat again. But as soon as we get that warm weather that comes in again, that crawfish will start going back into a mold. But the good thing about that is every single time they go into a mold, they get bigger and bigger.
Okay. I know Gage had purchased a pound of crawfish for $10. This story was shot within the past 2 weeks. I know prices have come down a little bit since then. Talk to us about where prices stand, the price point is right now.
So the price point today is around $8 a pound. As the catch goes up and there's more availability, the prices will start decreasing.
Do you anticipate to see another drop in the coming weeks?
I hope so. I hope so.
And currently, right now, we're at what, $8?
$8 a pound, yes, sir.
Okay, well, we thank you so much. You know, I've been asking everybody, we launched this new series today called Our Town. In your own words, what does Our Town mean to you?
Our town basically means just getting together, having fun, just eating some crawfish.
Community, right?
Community, yes,
Community.
sir.
Andrew Lee, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank
we do
you, guys.
appreciate it. Remember, our coverage for Our Town continues throughout the day right here on KPRC 2+. My colleague, Andy Sirota, will be taking over coverage coming up right here on KPRC 2 at noon. Owen and Justin, back to you guys.
Yeah, you got a team effort out there. Appreciate it, Zach. Very much enjoyed that piece.
Yeah.
And I think now we're pretty much hungry for mud bugs one way or another. I mean, maybe you can't eat as many pounds as you had in years past,
Yeah.
but they're still there. So anyway.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Hey, you know what?
Don't forget, Our Town continues, as Zach said, with Andy Sirota a little bit later today.